Luke 10:25 to 37. The parable of the Good Samaritan. Just then a lawyer stood up to test Jesus. "Teacher," he said,
"What must I do to inherit eternal life?"
He said to him, "What is written in the law? What do you read there?" He answered,
"You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbour as yourself."
And he said to him, "You have given the right answer. Do this, and you will live." But wanting to justify himself, he asked Jesus,
"Who is my neighbour?"
Jesus replied, "A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell into the hands of robbers, who stripped him, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. Now by chance a priest was going down that road, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So likewise a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed on the other side. But a Samaritan, while travelling, came near him, and when he saw him, he was moved with pity. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, having poured oil and wine on them. Then he put him on his own animal, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he took out 2 denarii, gave them to the innkeeper, and said, 'Take care of him, and when I come back I will repay you whatever more you spend.' Now which of these 3 do you think was a neighbour to the man who fell into the hands of the robbers?" he said.
"The one who showed him mercy."
Jesus said to him, "Go and do likewise." In 1982, the writer Bernard Hare was a poverty-stricken student in London. One act of kindness changed his life profoundly, and this is his story. "I rang home to Leeds to find my mother was in hospital and not expected to survive the night. I got to the railway station to find I'd missed the last train. A train was going as far as Peterborough, but I would miss the connecting Leeds train by 20 minutes. I bought a ticket home and got on anyway. I was so desperate to get home that I planned to nick a car in Peterborough, hitchhike, steal some money, something, just anything. I just knew my mother was going to die that night. 'Tickets, please,' I heard, as I stared blankly out of the window at the passing darkness. I fumbled for my ticket and gave it to the guard when he approached. He stamped it, and then just stood there looking at me. I'd been crying, had red eyes, and must have looked of fright. 'You okay?' he asked. 'Of course I'm okay,' I said. 'Why wouldn't I be? And what's it got to do with you in any case?' 'You look awful,' he said. 'Is there anything I can do?' 'You could get lost and mind your own business,' I said. 'That would be a big help.' I wasn't in the mood for talking. He was only a little bloke, and he must have read the danger signals. But he sat down opposite me anyway, and continued to engage me. 'If there's a problem, I'm here to help. That's what I'm paid for.' The only thing I could think of to get rid of him was to tell him my story. 'Look, my mum's in hospital dying. She won't survive the night. I'm going to miss the connection to Leeds. I'm not sure how I'm going to get home. I'd be grateful if you leave me alone, okay?' 'Okay,' he said, finally getting up. 'Sorry to hear that, son. I'll leave you alone then. Hope you make it home in time.' Then he wandered off down the carriage. 10 minutes later he was back at the side of my table. He touched my arm. 'Listen, when we get to Peterborough, shoot straight over to platform 1 as quick as you like. The Leeds train will be there.' I looked at him dumbfounded. 'Come again?' I said stupidly. 'What do you mean? Is it late or something?' 'No, it isn't late,' he said defensively. 'No, I've just radioed Peterborough. They're going to hold the train up for you. As soon as you get on, it goes. Everyone will be complaining about how late it is, but let's not worry about that on this occasion. You'll get home, and that's the main thing. Good luck, and God bless.' I suddenly realised what a top-class, fully-fledged idiot I was. and chased him down the train. I caught up and grabbed his arm. I just wanted to... I was suddenly speechless. It's okay, he said. Not a problem. He had a warm smile on his face and true compassion in his eyes. He was a good man for its own sake and required nothing in return. I wish I had some way to thank you, I said. I appreciate what you've done. Not a problem, he said again. If you feel the need to thank me, the next time you see someone in trouble, you help them out. That will pay me back amply. Tell them to pay you back the same way, and soon the world will be a better place. I was at my mother's side when she died in the early hours of the morning. The lawyer asks, how shall we inherit eternal life? The answer is simple and difficult. We follow the law, not of strict rules or trained timetables, but the law of love and compassion, the law that demands our compassion for others. God is for a relationship. All of our interactions are linked. We are inseparably linked. We cannot hate our fellow human being and say we love God. We cannot say we love God, yet treat others in any way other than we would like to be treated. We form a triangle between God, ourselves and others. Who do we despise as much as the Jews despised the Samaritans? Who do we cross the street from? The Samaritan's heart was filled with pity. He took action with nothing to be repaid and no concern for what others thought. If we have experienced the love and forgiveness of God in a truly grateful and life-changing way, then we will be motivated to, as Bernard Hare put it, pass it down the line.